Hello guys, welcome you all. In this video, I'm going to explain you about how to validate your SaaS ideas before building a full product in 2026. And most founders waste months in building products that nobody wants. And I recommend you to don't start with a full product, start with value. Value first and the product next. So let me start with an example. So Nodott AI finds and contact intent leads while you sleep. So I don't build the full app first. First, I find intent leads manually and then contact them. And I validate whether I found the correct intent leads or not. And then when I validate them, I reach out to them and book calls directly into my calendar. And first, I give them a value by giving a free intent leads to them. Then, yes, validation is completely done. Let me tell you the 5 simple steps to validate SaaS ideas. And the first things first, the first rule to follow is don't build a full SaaS first. That's the main problem and the main uh, struggle that all SaaS founders do. So that was the biggest pain point here. So don't build a full SaaS first. That was my first advice to everybody. Start simple. The biggest mistake founders do is like they build dashboards, authentication, payments, AI features, analytics, everything. And before even knowing if users care about it, literally, I have built an UI spending 2 days of time with AI with a waste of tokens, and user does not care about it. So the second point is building a simple MVP. So I suggest you to do I suggest you to do build a core thing first, the core ideation, what your app done, and next don't ever invest your time in building a perfect UI. Simple UI is enough for an MVP, and don't build a complex backend using the tech stacks which you're not familiar with. Complete an MVP with the tech stack you're familiar with, and try to don't scale it. Just make it simple. And this is a workflow, just simple one workflow that actually worked for me. Like for example, uh, I built a simple MVP to find a competitor mention in X. So I built a simple app, web app, where it finds a competitor's mention in X. So the system is finds the competitor mention of the users and filters the noise using AI and takes the intent. That's it. The simple web app, which is made by the cloud code in just 2 hours. That's it. That's all. The I'm saying the 2 hours is about filtering out the bugs and all the clear output. It takes around me 2 hours to build and just things that's left out. And for example, basic script, simple web app, manual code is more than enough for building a simple MVP. And it only takes a single day to build an MVP and make it live. Use AI coding agents like Cursor, Anti-Gravity, Codex, Cloud Code, which is uh, completely easy to use. So I suggest you to don't waste time in choosing domain names. That also I literally felt buy the available domains first. Use AI to find. We have plenty of AI models to find the best domains which matches to your SaaS. And once the SaaS grows, you can definitely gonna change it, and that's up to your choice. And the next thing is don't send users to product immediately. Important section is this. When you're reaching out to the users, don't send the products immediately to them. Instead of sending users to the sign up page, do the give them the value first freely. If someone gives you a value first, definitely I'm going to accept it. So what I suggest you to give them a free value first. So uh, when I doing outreach, instead of sending users to the sign up page, what I do, I manual outreach them first, and I ask them the question, what problem they face, and what the problem they face, what the problems they mean to be struggling right now, and everything, every question I have been asking them, and they have told me the output. Then I give them the instant value, so the users test it and then validate it, and their answer is our validation. So why I'm saying this, user doesn't care about your features. User care about only the results. So I recommend you to post, and I also recommend you to post on product directories first, like Product Hunt and other SaaS directories, where you can post them, where you can get more visibility. And then I suggest you to post on the founders post who are asking what you're building this evening, what you're building this day. I asked to post on that because if you post on that, you will definitely get more views and to your landing page. It brings traffic to your sites. And the uh, fourth step, which I'm actually using, is finding people showing intent. So literally, this was my interesting part in this step where I personally use Nodott to find people with buying intent. So if you come to signals, we find an engagement interest signals, competitor mentions, community insights, top 5 ACP, keyword intents in X. And we use nodot.com to find the intent leads in X. So this engagement and interest, all the leads we find in X, which allows us to get the pain point what users are struggling with. And when you come to the next, we are next and last value, giving value before selling. So if you go to the user, instead of telling them to use the app, let's explain it step by step, like they message them manually, understand their problem correctly before speaking to them by checking their bios, bios, links, and post tweets, everything, and collect the information about them and help them personally. Like you should give an hands-on experience to them. And the next thing, we use Reddit and X or the underrated platform for giving value. And seriously, it's the best platform ever I have seen. And sometimes you want to give the free value because users love free value. If you want for testing, you I suggest you to give a free value first. And what I uh, say to don't follow is first, do not automate everything. Users fear in giving their credentials or information when you're going to automate that. And don't sell aggressively. Just understand their problem statement, give a free value to them. And the values, the information you are giving should be valued for the end users. And you should solve a pain problem for the users clearly. If you solve a pain problem, and they're definitely going to pay. And let me tell my current strategy. I build a small MVP and I manually reach out to them and I give value first instead of selling my product and I give free service initially. And I collect the feedback. I validated demand before scaling the SaaS. And that's how the things actually work. So my honest note is Nodott never finds intent leads before I build the first product I have built. Nodott never finds an intent lead. There was a noise inside it. So I manually reached out to the users, hey, give them the free value. Then I found the intent leads. But at first, it was not perfect. It was not that perfect, that much perfect. I made it perfect because I validated and repeated again and again and corrected with the users. Users. I corrected with the users. So I gave value, they given the feedback, I iterated through it and I given a value to them and my SaaS got validated. And I know the market demand for your SaaS. And these are the steps which I do follow, which definitely will work for the founders in 2026. And this is the easiest step to validate your SaaS. And see you in the next video. Peace.